Whole block nods when the weekend comes. Still we rise when the work gets tough. That American heart is rough enough. USA, keep it loud, USA, that's my crowd, From the river to the block, we don't fall, we don't stop.
I'll call you back.
Hey.
All right, welcome back. Loud and Wrong podcast. Today is August 16th, 2026.
Episode 12.
Episode 12. We've got a lot of good content this week. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys are sitting on the edge of your fucking seat. Debate of the fucking century. Distraction of the century, everybody.
Distraction and debate.
Yeah, distraction.
Super dope.
Debate.
Great
dope.
debate. We definitely got some opinions and some commentary for y'all for that.
Mastered.
Also, real quick, we got the new mugs, we got shirts, and not hats, but we got merch coming out. So hit the store, loudandwrong.info/MERCH.
$20 to guess what's in my cup.
Water.
Sure. Yeah, man. Please support it. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys on Instagram getting 15,000 subscribers. Really appreciate you guys. Bear with us. At least me, I'm trying to work on making quality content without getting frustrated and destroying my computer.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
I've been there. You'll get it. You'll get it. It's working good.
You edit something and then when it tells you no, you're like, what do you mean no, bitch?
File's too big.
You're too big. Motherfucker, get in here. Make it work, please.
Video editing and content creation, it is a learning curve. It's a huge learning curve. I've been doing it for years, so
6 months at best.
and I don't know everything, but it is definitely a learning curve, and it's fun though. Once you get it and you get your workflow,
it is a very if you have ADHD or something like that, it's all contained. You everything you need to do is right there.
I definitely need some.
And that's what really stops me from using. They have a lot of the AI clip stuff, and I want to still clip and do my own, and because it's a cool skill. It's everything. I don't know how to describe it. It's like putting a model together.
Yeah, and AI is hit and miss sometimes. AI is a great tool to be used for content creation, but it doesn't hit everything. And if you also know how to make the stuff yourself, it helps, right? Where AI falls or fails, you can pick up the slack. So,
and also, this is the thing I noticed with AI. I think sometimes AI reminds me that what I'm looking at is more interesting than myself. Because one time it made a clip and I wasn't in it. I'm like, hold up, bitch. You gotta put me in there. I've had some comments here.
I'm talking, bitch.
He's like, no, yours are mid.
I'm the star. Yeah, no.
But yeah, it's a solid week. How was your week outside of work and everything? Good?
It was good. It's good. What happened? I know we keep fucking the cup up.
Yeah, keep.
I know. So yeah, we trying to keep the products in the joint.
Help us be able to not have full-time jobs.
Maybe we should buy 30 of them and just line them up so then they all just
Yeah.
But work week was good. Week was good. I was hella excited about the Candace thing, so that was the highlight of my week.
Me too.
I don't know if that says more about me than anything. Maybe that's sad. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, how about your week?
I was good. I was off all week. I got to hang out with my 3-year-old. You want to talk about humbling? Every time I see my daughter, twice a year, I get my daughter for a full 7 days, no uninterrupted. So I take off of work. Man, shout out to all you single parents out there.
No, shout out to the single family homes.
Single family.
Those single family homes got it rough.
Single family homes got it rough, but man, when you're a single parent for 7 days and your kids waking you up at 5 a.m. because they want to eat broccoli and they don't want to eat broccoli, shit like that. But shout out to the single parents.
Put some cheese on it. Some cheese.
It's not even that. She's just ego tripping at that point. She know the night before she didn't want to eat her fucking broccoli. So now all of a sudden she wakes up, she's trying to be slick and say, I want to eat that. No, you don't. You just want to bother me about it. Ask me to eat cookies at 6 o'clock in the morning. But it was great. It was a good time. We had a wonderful time. I got another tattoo last week.
Oh my God, yeah. I need to catch up, bro. It's been a while. I like getting tattoos. I used to be scared. I was never a needle person, but I just got these a couple years ago. First, 40 in my 40s, I got it.
Yeah, I always wanted to do it, and
virgin before that.
I love art. I love art to death, and the more I keep getting it, I just can't ignore it. My tattoo artist, I think I'm at that stage, and I say this almost every week. My tattoo artist is very aware. I'm about done with the pain part. I want the art, and I'm gonna keep going, but that pain shit, I'm done. That whole both arms.
Are you gonna run out of space and start to your face?
Nah, I'm gonna do
your
it.
Eyeballs and.
I think I'll stretch it out perfect enough. I think my top trunk is gonna the top trunk and left leg is gonna be Japanese traditional. there'll be some more creativity on the right side, and I'm gonna do American tradition on my right leg. I know. And once I'm kind of done, it'll just be like a body.
Would you get American flag? I thought.
Oh yeah. That's what I want to do.
I'm gonna get a home on my back, just bam. America.
You guys can see how corny I am. So I have an eagle fighting a snake on my chest, a crow fighting a snake on my back. I'm gonna have an owl fighting a snake on my right side of my back, and then I want the American flag to kind of be draped in between it, because I always do believe at some point all of us are Americans. And if we could treat enemies like the people who aren't Americans, like what they really would be, which is enemies at times. I mean, it doesn't care if you're black, white, Asian, or whatever. We all contributed something great to this fucking country. Act like it.
Let's heal the world.
So I thought that art was cute. And I like Japanese traditional, so.
That's what's up. Hey,
but overall, like I said, great week, alive, living. I was really excited about this Candace thing too. I thought it was.
Okay, so we can start by like what I thought was gonna happen going in, right? You know, I watched Andrew Wilson, I watched Candace. I thought initially, before seeing it and knowing what actually went down, I thought it was gonna be. I actually felt like Andrew was gonna give Candace a run for her money, just from watching his older stuff, just from knowing how he is when he debates.
Yeah,
he's generally intelligent, quick-witted, abrasive, and harsh, you know, at times. He could be a dickhead, an asshole for sure. And I really thought he was going to come and, you know, try to trip Candace up on the emotional stuff, because I know he does that with everybody else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I thought Candace was going to not struggle, but I thought she was going to have to, like, hold her own.
Yeah.
So what did you think? Like, what coming to it? You know,
going into it, I just didn't think. Once I knew the parameters, best friend, can you pull up the actual parameters of the debate, if you don't mind?
Well, like all the rules.
Yeah,
and shit?
the rules. Because once I heard the rules, I kind of leaned a little closer into. I wasn't concerned for her at all.
Oh, okay.
Because it wasn't. Everybody's under the impression that she has to. Prove.
So you didn't know the parameters?
Wait. No, don't look it up. Don't look it up. Wait. Name the parameters. Name all the parameters.
I'll name
right
the
now.
parameters. I know them. Do you know them?
Just name one.
Do you know them?
I know them.
But
I
if you
can
know
say
them,
them.
then you mention them.
You just name one.
No, but if I name one, I know them. You need to. That was so fucking dumb. That was so dumb. We're going to get to it. But once I knew the parameters weren't her trying to defend that Erica Kirk did it or Israel did it or something like that, I automatically felt like he wasn't going to have much room to stand on. Now, I will say that I don't think PBD was 100% necessary as a moderator, but I will say if Andrew Wilson really wanted to kind of be able to have more leverage to, I guess, get her, he probably would have wanted a different moderator.
Are you asking what each side was arguing?
Yeah, there were rules and certain things, because at some point they weren't even supposed to be debating. They were just supposed to be exchanging information.
I was going to say, because I know that his side was supposed to be that there was overwhelming evidence to
That's
show.
it.
And her side was like she felt he was a patsy.
Yeah, Tyler didn't do it, and he's a patsy.
And there's not enough evidence to prove either side, but I do agree that, like I said, going into it, once I knew those were the standards of the argument, I kind of felt like he could not win. Then once you knew money was involved, she already won. Like
and he threw it up. It was he coming in. He's coming in as an underdog because he's throwing the money up.
Yeah.
Right. Candace didn't have to meet with him. She didn't have to talk to him. She didn't have to accept. But I felt like he threw the money as to entice her, you know, incentivize her to say yes. And I think honestly, she would have did it for free. Yeah, because she's more than knowledgeable. You don't think she would have did it for free?
She swore up and down she didn't know who he was, and I could believe that. You didn't believe that?
No, because she's in the same circle as whatever.
Nah, that's more red
Fresh
pill
and
shit.
Fit and all of that. He's running around all of those guys. So
I don't think so.
I think she could say that because he threw the money up, right? But I don't know. I feel like there's no way she can't.
I went into it thinking I like Andrew Wilson. I like his debate tactics. I think his debate tactics work very well with other men. Because
and college females.
Well, I mean, I don't even say it's college females because if you go back and watch some of those, I had to do a little bit of research before. He don't do well once you start getting personal, and he takes it there. Look, I've never been like an overly aggressive person, but that video where that woman said something about his wife.
Yeah, he blew up.
He blew the fuck up. But once again, I mean, standard, I guess. But long story short, like they those young girls get underneath him, and plus whatever they're debating isn't as important. Then also I noticed that most of his other debates with like the Black Israelites and shit like that, probably not as.
Knowledgeable?
I mean, nah, it's not that he's knowledgeable. It's just he has a better tactic at pigeonholing you as far as the argument than he actually does win the argument.
He's good at. I feel like he's good at the topic. Most of the time doesn't even matter. Mm-hmm. He's good at debating as far as distracting you, hitting you with little quick semantic. Like if you trip up a word, then he'll be like, "You don't know what that means," or define this word. Like things like that like take you out of your flow, right? Like if you're on a flow and you're debating, you're saying something. You trip up, then he's gonna pull you out of that, and he knows all the ways to do that. Yeah. Case in point, when he does the timer thing, or like do it real fast and try to count down. He's like, and then he has this false authority of you gotta do it quick, and I hate that in debates too. When everyone's talking fast and trying to spit shit out real quick, and it's like. That's really not how you debate. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be.
Well, it's supposed to. I think it really is to get you off your rocker. One, two. It's also I'm telling you. No one wants to be told what to do. Yeah. So I'm telling you, yo, hurry up. What are you doing? Get to it. Like,
tell me the answer. Tell me the answer quick.
So as a person hearing that, you're like, who the fuck are you talking to?
Or if you're not strong enough in the mind, you might feel pressured to answer fast to show that you know it, or because your ego, you're like, oh, he wants me to do it fast. Pause. I'm going to say it fast, and then he would trip you up by you saying something wrong.
Mm-hmm. And then now you're anchored to that because she had valid points, so we can roll into it. It was how many hours? 3 hours? 4?
Yeah, 3.
There are 3
solid hours.
And I was well entertained. I think at some point, starting from the beginning, I mean I didn't want to say he just conceded, but you did send that video of him shaking and like twitching his feet and stuff like that, and it made me think too. This is probably his largest production event ever.
When it cut on and PBD said we're live, and then it cut to him, he already looked pale. He's a white guy, but he already looked pale and shiny. Mm-hmm. He looked nervous, and I think he read his statement first, and he was reading off a phone. From that moment, I already knew he was out of his league. Yeah. Because his whole statement, he had to read off of a phone, right? Mm-hmm. And he mentioned some things in there, little jabs or whatever to Candace. Then when Candace did her opening statement, off the top, off the dome, cool, calm, collect, right?
I'm just
comfortable,
I'm
confident.
here in my basement.
This is right. It's a Tuesday for her. This is no sweat off her back, and she didn't need no phone. So right there, out the gate, immediately, it's already lopsided. Yeah. You're already looking like you out of your league, and then Candace is like, what you got? Let's go.
Yeah, and also too, I think Candace had said it throughout the podcast, probably about halfway through, when she said that like I don't think you really care. That's when it sparked for me. She actually cares about what she's doing here, so there's
Very
effort.
much.
But there is something that shows, because at some point, I won't even say that he conceded, but I do think at some point he lost interest. Like, I'm getting nothing from this. And I think that once he kind of got to that point, you could see that on him. Mm-hmm. And Candace is just still kind of eating you. Like, and then when Candace started dropping bomb after bomb, like there's certain things where she was saying, what did she say? She said, I think you don't care about this at all, and I think that you're running out of ideas, so now you're just trying to attack anything.
Yeah, you're floundering.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, there was
a part,
cigarette
too.
I was squealing, like I was.
That part specifically, which we do need to clip that in. That whole part where she said, you know what I think? I said, oh, no.
I was squealing when the charges thing, because he's like she said, I think you don't even know the charges, right? The 7 charges. Mm-hmm. And he was like, she said, she asked him, I know all 7. Can you just name one? Yeah. And you could tell he had a little panic, because he was like, can we pull it up so I could go through and I tell you? She was like, no, we're not going to go through. Do you even know the charges? Yeah. So that he's been trying to put her on the spot the entire time up to this point. And now she's on the offense saying, hey, you're here, you're debating me about this case. Do you even know the 7 charges? Mm-hmm. He didn't know. And he knew he didn't know. So when she challenged him, and he's like, okay, I want me to name one, then he names murder, right? Mm-hmm. And she says it's wrong. And he's like, okay, whatever. So now you go. Now name one, I'll count. And he tried to get into that, let me distract you, let me put a time limit on this and do all those things. And it was secondhand embarrassment.
It's a what do you call it?
That's the part I was squealing.
Distraction or just deflection, because he had nothing there. But if I can just keep making her, and then also too throughout the whole video, them trying to bring up clips. And none of the clips were like any referencing anything that like
nothing
she
hidden.
can say crazy shit all she wants on her podcast. I mean, we're not here for this.
And let's talk about the teams, right? So like off camera, they had each supposedly they had a team of 3 people, right, who pull clips, pull documents or whatever, so they can talk and PBD could do it. Wilson's guys, that's like you said, they just had these clips geared up, ready to go, like they just want to pull them out, and then. There was a part where Candace's people, they didn't really show up for her because she was good. But the one time they did show up for her was the 7 charges, where she went through the 7 charges, and then right after that, PBD was like, your team wants to show, and then they pulled up the charges, and it was verbatim what she said, right? And then Wilson goes, hey, right before we came back, I saw you on your phone.
Oh, yeah, that was wild.
Did someone text you that? That's when you know he's losing. He's trying to get back on top. He's trying to get a gotcha moment. But she was like, no, good. Here, look at my phone. Take the phone.
Even if she did, you're wearing an earpiece.
They both had them, supposedly.
Yeah. You're wearing an earpiece. You're being fed information. You're not even in sync with the videos they're trying to send you. Like they like when they said every time they would say, "Hey, your people got a clip." He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, put it up." Like, no, you should have already known that this is what you're referencing next.
So. I know at that point he was just in his soul. He was like, "I should not be here. I cannot believe I agreed to do this."
I wonder how much of being out of his element in somebody else's house, not being able to do the things that he wants to do, not being able to smoke a cigarette, not being able to drink a little bit, not being able to like. I wonder how much him having control over his environment probably would have helped him. But even then, it's like the topic itself. For people who aren't getting why we will scream to the heavens that she's right, is because she's just asking valid questions that if I'm doing an investigation, I'm going to want to know these answers. Now, these answers might have valid reasoning for it, but you're telling me that all these things that you have are conclusive, that it's this one person. Well, if she's adding this other information that's true, whether it's his vehicle, that the picture that they sent to show to the picture of the vehicle is not the same vehicle, the whole him eating the Chick-fil-A thing, like you're about to kill a nigga because you don't like trains, but you're going to eat at Chick-fil-A out of all places.
Yeah.
Like all these things. And once again, she could be 100% wrong. But the fact that everybody's losing their fucking mind by her asking genuine questions that would make me change my fucking mind.
Right. This is the same thing with COVID. Like when you question the narrative and the authority and the people that know, you get this vitriol from whoever these people are, bots, matrix agents, whatever they are. They have to discredit you and make you seem like a crazy person, but they never address the actual question.
And nobody ever comes back to the people who are swearing up and down. And once again, I hate to throw some people under the bus, but there were a lot of influencers that were like, this is inconclusive. I saw this. This is it. And now, like, we should be really looking at them people crazy because it's like, wait, hold the fuck up. You told me you saw everything. You were there. And I'm not seeing what you're seeing. Explain that to me. Why is the French Foreign Legion in America?
Good question.
And not only that, the way that they tried to, like, that was another one that bothered me. If the French foreign, like, what is she supposed to do? If someone calls me tomorrow and says, hey, Pablo Escobar is going to try to kill you tomorrow, the only evidence I have is that this person told me and I believe them. And even if I don't want to not believe them and get killed by Pablo Escobar. And
she reported it to the authorities, you know, and then, you know, when he asked that, he was like, did you think your life was in danger or whatever? And she said, yes. And when I got this information,
that's why I reported it
to, because usually when there's a false claim or a false report, the first question is, did you report it, right? Like a woman says, this guy raped me. The first question is, did you report it? And if the answer is no, you tend to lean to, okay, it never happened, you're lying or whatever. Yeah. He couldn't do that to her because she did report it. She sent it to Tulsi Gabbard, Bongino, FBI director, whatever. So she did all the things. You know, the other thing that pissed me off, and this was like in the first 20, 30 minutes of the debate, where they were talking about Tyler Robinson, the whole concept of him being a patsy, right, in the first place. Wilson's question was, how can you infer that Tyler Robinson is a patsy? Candace answered the question several times over, right? And but the thing was that was killing me is like, okay, are you listening to what she's saying, or are you you're there to not give any credence to anything she's saying and just to keep acting like she didn't answer the question, or you don't understand, or you just need to keep acting as if she's not answering because it helps your case. Yeah. If you continue.
But if you really come in here to look for the information like you say you are, you're willing to debunk it with your information, why not just?
So for instance, when he asked the question, how is Tyler Robinson a patsy? And this was just one item of a bullet item she has. This was about the fingerprints on the gun. Okay, the gun, his fingerprints were the most degraded.
Yeah.
And there were other
And
fingerprints.
he had just used it.
And
It was his DNA.
DNA.
Okay,
was it
DNA.
DNA. Okay, so DNA, and there was other DNA on the gun that was more powerful or more recent or whatever, not less degraded.
Yeah.
So with just that information alone, with using logic and your brain, if his DNA is the most degraded and there are other DNA that is not from other people that live with him, around him, or whatever, it's just one bullet point of several that can lean to the fact that he might be a patsy and he's not the killer. Well, and then Andrew absolutely refused to just take that in and
I think they both were arguing two different points. I think he was arguing a point and she wasn't arguing. I think she's just stating the facts that she knows. Because the same thing with the Idaho thing. Remember when they were talking about the Idaho law statute? That basically was saying, like, these are the things we need to do to be able to convict somebody 100% as being the person who killed somebody.
Hearsay, yeah.
And she's saying, okay, this is the list. He's arguing, what does that have to do with anything? But she's saying, no, if I am a human being, who she actually used to be a lawyer, if I'm a human being and I read those through and say, hey, these are the things you need to convict a person, based off the information I have as a regular human being, that are facts, Tyler Robinson isn't the only person that we can make a case on with this.
True. And you would think there'd be at least a few more suspects to investigate and to find out.
Or Andrew, just to understand it.
But where we are now, Tyler's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the suspect. No one else is. And there's all this plethora of other potential avenues and evidence and things that can mean maybe he wasn't the guy. He maybe was involved, or there was another shooter, or there's other conspiratorial things going on.
Anything else
but
to
we're
look
supposed
up.
to just ignore it.
Why did you clean up why did you pave over that place
so fast?
Like, why?
The next day.
Why is it that there's no picture of the shot going off? Like, what are you talking about? He threw a gun off a fucking roof and dismantled it again. Like, there's just a lot of shit. Why did Benjamin Netanyahu in less than a day say I didn't kill the motherfucker? Who does that? Who?
3-4 times.
I have never killed a human being in my life. I've never had to admit that to somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, I didn't kill that guy.
Yeah. So overall, I think Wilson came in there. His goal was to, and he kept asking for, hard evidence or?
Oh yeah. Positive as evidence.
Yeah, he kept asking for positive evidence.
You'll never get that.
She had a lot of ideas and evidence, and give it to Candace. She's an investigative journalist. She's on the ground talking to people. Yeah. She talked to the restaurant owner. She talked to the family. She's not. You got to give it to her as far as her being on the ground zero, talking directly to people involved in and around the case. She's not a reporter that works for CNN or Fox News and is just being told what to say. She's on the fucking ground. So she deserves respect in that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At the very least.
You don't have to agree. If you think Tyler Robinson, based off of what you saw, is that's fine. But you should be really weirded out that people think she's evil for doing this.
Yeah.
Like, out of all things that you would do, like, if you died tomorrow and I wanted to do a personal investigation, and I don't believe it. And then next thing you know, I hear your wife like saying some shit like, Frank loved wearing those Redskin hats. When he died, he had that Redskin hat in his back pocket. Yeah. And I swear, I'd be like, hold the fuck up. Frank ain't never worn no red. Hold up. I would look strange. Like, you would want to know. And maybe, Frank, your wife would have a reasoning for that. Maybe y'all got some weird sex.
Maybe she's confusing me for someone else. I don't know.
Wow. But regardless, like, people are looking at it strange that Charlie Kirk gets killed. His wife is given, like, his items back. Like, no, this is a murder investigation.
That's evidence. The phone. The paving over the area where he got shot. And we see these in conspiracy land, and I've been a conspiracy theorist most of my life. There's patterns of things you start to notice and see when we're not investigators, we're not detectives. We watch enough TV. You know, at a bare minimum, the minimum things that's supposed to be done to solve a case or whatever. It is what it is. You siphon off the case. We've seen, I don't know about you, but I've seen areas where someone gets murdered in the street and it's quarantined for like a week.
Shit, a car.
Or a house, right? It's quarantined for a week because they got to go in there and investigate. They got to take off dust for fingerprints. They got to do all these things. Same with 9/11. 9/11,
I had a junk car from 2010 to 2017 that was never picked up by the FBI. It was a part of a murder investigation. I had to keep it on my yard for like 7 years.
Right. Now imagine they took that car. Let's say it was a high-profile person that was involved with that. And the next day or 2 days, they take that car away and they put it back on the market and sell it or whatever. And that's what happened to this van, supposedly. This van is out there in the world, resold, whatever, painted or whatever the case is.
And if there was some sort of information about like a explosive device, which I don't think the explosive device, but if there's going to be some, that's where evidence would be. And I'm not saying that any of this is true, but if I am doing an investigation at the highest extent of the law with a very high profile person, nothing is moving until I am done looking. Cash Patel, what the fuck were you doing? You know,
they're complicit. Whatever's going on, there's
the government narrative does not match what you're telling me.
There is a conspiratorial cloud around Charlie Kirk's murder. It is without fathom, very seemingly dark, and there seems to be a means to just push Tyler through as the lone wolf, as they normally do. Get a conviction, put this case behind us, and this is how they do when it comes to these type of things where like something
open, shut, done, clean,
done. We're good. This is the story. Don't question nothing.
Hey,
don't bring no evidence. Don't talk to nobody.
Look at the text messages. He said vehicle 4 times to his gay lover. This is something else. He said that the love. Well, first off, the gay lover getting that type of immunity and being that close, that is crazy. You're talking about potentially somebody else that could have been involved in the murder. And you're telling me you gave him that much immunity?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, man. If you are talking about killing somebody, you're not. I don't think someone that goes through that type of planning does all that by himself.
Isn't that what's it called? Accomplice?
Yeah, accomplice. And then one of my friends, man, like I've shot rifles and stuff before, and I kind of thought it was strange. They say a lot of anything can happen with guns, but that is very unlikely that type of bullet doesn't just blow your fucking head off. And
I mean, once again, SEALs saying this, you know what I'm saying? People in war that kill people, like, that should know.
And Andrew Wilson, this is another thing that he kept, and I don't know why this has been coming up lately. He's a master at everything. Like, he's a master gun cleaner. He was a master, what they call it?
Sniper?
Well, no, I don't say that.
His wife said that or something.
Yeah, and then he also said that he's a master, or he was in the Masonic Lodge, and he's like master this, and he's like a master debater, and like, all right, dude, I get it. Your dick is the biggest. It's no one's as bigger than yours, Andrew. But he lost the moment that they were begging the money, and I wonder whoever financed him. 2 things about the money. I wonder if he did this as some sort of investment. I'll give her $300,000. I'm guessing at bare minimum I'll get $300,000 based off the views of this. Maybe.
Well, his status. I think his status as a figure in the manosphere and as a debater and as an online figure definitely increased over these past few days.
Yeah.
More people know his name now than before. I can guarantee you that.
He had a job training or like a contracting job training like TPS USA's people for debates and stuff, which I'm probably sure is like a weekend thing for like the youth or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I don't see how they want to go back to him for anything.
I mean,
that was where a lot of his money would have came from. Because I don't see any. There's nobody else have profile. The midterms are going to come up, and ain't nobody going to care about politics for the next couple months. Yeah. I don't see him having any steam unless he goes back to arguing with bitches.
Yeah. No, he may have to definitely do that because, again, coming into this, I like Candace and Andrew. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was going to be somewhat equal. After this, he lost some cool points with me because I just saw how disingenuous. And not to say he wasn't this before. He was an asshole before, and he was a narcissist before.
But he walked into TPS USA and came out a different person.
Yeah, but now watching him against Candace, who, in my opinion, Candace had utmost integrity. She was honest. She admitted her mistakes. Like when she said something wrong, and she already had corrected herself before they even tried to show the video. Like she's not afraid to be vulnerable in that sense. Andrew on the other side,
gotta be right.
Gotta be right. Gotta try to get the gotchas. Won't admit he's wrong. His closing statement was fucking fairy tale. Like it was like he was in another fucking timeline where he actually won, and that's what he was talking about. Meanwhile, the whole time he was speaking, I'm like, bro, were you even there? Because none of that shit that you just said happened.
Yeah, and I don't believe any conviction he had about it. The moment that foot started tapping, dude, like you really start seeing like he's on his heels because he was on his heels for most of the debate, and I think he didn't recognize because she was not even arguing with him really. She was just kind of like, no, and he's like, well, you just made that up. So no, these are facts. Like the fact that car situation, that's big. The government showed us a completely different car than the car that man had.
Yeah.
You You know, and she was able to prove it. And then people keep saying stuff like, "There's no proof. There's no proof." I'm like,
it's the regurgitation of the same. So this is something I noticed, and I don't know if it's. This is what I mentioned during the debate live. I was on Twitter tweeting. On Twitter, in real time, at least on my feed, I saw 90% of people agreeing with Candace that was winning. Andrew was losing, Candace was winning. Yeah. After it ended, and after it was like a few hours or whatever, you get online, get on Twitter, and now there's all this Andrew Wilson support, and everybody's saying Candace lost. And from my understanding, like in real time, you know, people are tweeting in real time. Yeah. Then after the fact, okay, now we got the bots and the farms and, you know, China, whoever. Yeah. Now they could go out there, send their minions to start persuading people. Move. I've seen a few people, prominent influencer pages, saying, here's what happened, so you don't have to watch the debate. Basically telling people not to watch it.
And I'm going to tell you.
I'm going to tell you what happened, so you don't have to watch it. And when you see that, that's that same shit the media's been doing, where they say, don't look into this.
I got you.
Let me tell you what happened.
I got you. Don't you worry your pretty. You don't got 4 hours to do this. Don't worry your pretty little head about it.
Don't watch this takedown of Andrew and this.
Or the points that need to be asked.
Right. Just here's what happened. Candace lost. She couldn't prove anything. Andrew destroyed her. That's it. And then you see people saying those things like, oh, well, I did, you know, and you don't know. I'm like, bro, you couldn't have watched that shit.
You couldn't watch it. And not only that, you're still holding on to your ideology as you're watching these clips. And these clips are made by somebody with a bias. I have a bias, so my clips are going to be somewhat, but I'm never going to tell you not to watch it. Because I do think it is fun. It is fundamental, a good thing. And here's something else, too. I want to make sure I say this before I finish. I don't care what type of black woman it is, ghetto, straight, gay,
queer,
fat, ugly, pretty, never argue with a black woman. I've been 41 for a little bit of time, for almost a year now, and one thing I tell you, that is, I never like arguing with a black woman. I don't. And watching Candace, this is all this stuff, and I said this to you before the podcast. For everything black people talk about this horrible that's happening to them, actually is happening to Candace. They demonetized her. They took her money. They took her banking.
Enemy of the state.
They took her health. She was enemy of the state just for saying certain things that people disagreed with. You don't have to pay her attention. That would just be consequence enough. But then now she's even the devil. When black people say that black women are demonized or black people are treated away, it's actually happening to her, and you actually watch her be able to take down a white dude who's supporting a white woman who you guys hate so fucking much, and you will exile her, and she is doing the thing. I want my daughter to argue like that. Yes. Because every time, remember when she was saying, oh, I'm not letting you talk to me like you're my father or anything. Yeah. She wasn't being rude or mean or anything, and there was nothing he could say because
she put him in his place a few times, a handful of times, where it's like, in the past, Andrew Wilson debates towards other people. Oh yeah. They don't combat him that way. No. Right? He'll do his authority thing, and they kind of somewhat capitulate or submit to whatever the fuck he got going on. Candace didn't do that. Yeah. She didn't do none of that.
She didn't have to.
When he tried to rush her, she was like, no, there's no rush. You don't got to rush me. You don't got to do this thing. When he tried to like press her for an answer, I can answer how I want to. Don't tell me how to respond. Don't tell me how to answer.
And it was just left at that.
Yeah. Perfect. Another thing I'm saying too is, and I don't know where this is coming from, apparently if you agree with Candace that she won, you're a leftist or you're a liberal, you're a closet liberal Democrat now. And I'm seeing people say, okay, the conservative side with Andrew and the liberal side with Candace. I don't know where that's coming from. I feel like that's another matrix psychological trick to get people to be like, oh, I don't want to be looked at as a liberal. Okay, Andrew won.
This is getting real stupid.
Yeah,
it's getting real stupid.
What are we doing here? And
then Candace, it's not even political. This is not even a political thing. Somebody died. The government said this is how these things happen. That's not how that looked and was told to me when it happened, and I was there, and I have the internet to reference these things. Yeah. And now I'm wondering why you're lying to me about it. I'm wondering why these conversations that you're saying are going on. Right. You said that he turned his back on Israel. Wait, why is the president of Israel telling us he didn't? Wait, hold up. You said that he did this. You said that you had inconclusive evidence that him walking up the steps that don't look like him.
Mm-hmm. No, hell no.
I mean, okay, well, say it looks like him a little bit. I can't say 100% that's him. I can't say
you can't convict him on that. Yeah.
Overwhelming evidence.
Overwhelming evidence.
Oh yes, positive evidence.
Overwhelming positive evidence. But did you think any of the narrative changed for you, as like from your perspective of watching at the beginning, or
no?
Pretty much the same?
It didn't change. I thought it was going to be interesting. I again, going into it, I thought Andrew was going to do better than he did. I thought he was actually, to be honest, I thought that he was going to convince me that maybe Tyler did it. Because in my mind, he's a great debater. He gets his ideas across well. He does talk fast and he uses a lot of big words and he has all these nice ways to explain things. So I'm thinking, okay, Candace is going to have a run for her money. I might start thinking Tyler did it. And the other thing was he totally failed to explain how he's convinced Tyler did it, right?
Yeah.
And she brought
Instead of
up
being
that tweet that he posted with the bullet points, and she destroyed those bullet points. From
Is that the one we
tweet.
called her retarded? Called
No,
Eric Kirk
no, that
retarded?
was earlier when he responded to somebody on Twitter. They asked, "What are the 4 or 5 things that convince you it was Tyler?" And then he listed them, and then Candace destroyed them because it was like they're almost on the same level as her stuff, right?
Yeah.
Conjecture. It could be
Feelings.
It could be interpreted a certain way,
Vibes.
and even the prosecution is not a clear and cut case. There's no video. You can't tell it's Tyler. You know what I'm saying? Even their evidence that they bring into the state for whatever journalist is just it's not conclusive.
Yeah.
There's no basically what I'm saying is there is reasonable doubt it was Tyler. It's not like what's it called, a slam dunk or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you. It didn't change but so much in my narrative because, like I said, I think there's an actual legal case going on. So if either one of them had new breaking evidence for real, I think that's the reason why Candace doesn't go but so far, because she's going to fuck up the case, and she knows she would if she just dropped any of these sources and things like that. And then Andrew, like I said, I liked Andrew because of his background. I heard of him. I saw him in a whatever podcast. I liked it. Like, I have a friend that is that cold about certain things. And I like that he's like any man that stands his ground, especially if he's smoking cigarettes in 2026. I mean, fuck yeah. I miss smoking cigarettes, man. I miss smoking a Newport 100. Just fuck off. But yeah, like I said, I liked him. He came from a blue-collar background. He was a robotics mechanic. When I was young, I worked for a robotics company, and I was a robotics mechanic for a little bit, or regional maintenance manager for a company that had AI for robotics. But anyway, but hearing those stuff, it was really good seeing a blue-collar, because I know a lot of smart people who did not go to college. I know a lot of smart people who will never see a camera a day in their life.
Right.
And watching someone like him, but I do think this was too big for his britches, honestly. It's going to be a good look for him if he can capitalize on it, him and his wife. But, I mean, as far as debating...
I think he can only capitalize with people that are on his team that like him already. I don't think he got any new... I don't think he got any new...
Crowder was all
If anything,
excited
he
about
lost me as far as, like, in the future watching him. I'm going to always remember how Candace whooped his ass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, same thing. Don Lemon's still around. Remember, Don Lemon got his ass handed to him by Candace.
Oh, yeah.
God, man.
She tends to do that. Why are people still thinking in 2026 you could debate Candace on anything?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think you have the time. And it's interesting. Once again, another thing I think I will always give Candace a shout out for. I love people who are intellectual, smart enough. And even with her, this didn't have to do with her being smart enough or anything. She hit it right on the head. I care about this. You were paid to do this. I care about this. You don't. And I think with that key, that is a very drastic way of looking at certain things. And once again, too, I will say this in Andrew's favor. Andrew was arguing different points than her. And I think that did not help. I think he goes in there trying to prove his point. She pretty much stopped debating at that point where she was like, yo, you're going to stop telling me to brush.
Yeah, and how to answer.
Yeah.
There was a portion where he wanted to, like, he kind of, like, try to be like her friend or, like, ask questions like, all right, these ain't gotchas. I'm not trying to get clickbait or sound bites.
That's
I just want to ask you some questions. And he was kind of like, just answer the question, da-da-da. And then he'll ask his question. It's loaded.
Yeah.
You could tell, it's loaded. And she didn't just play into that. And she just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You just said these aren't loaded questions.
And once again, I don't know. I like to see that email because they kept referencing the email of what their actual parameters were. I mean, it's not really all that important. But long story short, I mean, watch it. Very interesting. A part of me does feel like distraction for some reason. Like there's something out there that's important that we should have been looking at Friday. But regardless, I mean, I took it very well. I mean, you thought they was on her ass before. Remember, she didn't do that. She wanted to do that at her house because she does think someone's going to kill her. Think about that.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's brave to be out there talking that talk, going against the grain and the system, feeling like there's a hit on you, paying for security. You know what I'm saying?
Got your kids upstairs.
and at the
Strangers in your house.
pregnant
And
fucking destroying.
is she pregnant?
They keep saying she's
Oh,
pregnant.
she's pregnant. Kid, man, that woman stay having babies, boy. That's
He's
what I'm
doing-
talking about.
he's
America
doing what
keeps
he's-
having babies.
She
need-
actually mentioned it.
She did? Congrats, Candace.
We need more Candaces in the world.
More
so
Candaces,
just
more
keep,
Candaces.
Keep on keeping on. You know what I'm saying?
Stand by your shit. If you believe your shit, believe your shit. Don't let the masses. Look, I can say this, and maybe I'll close this out for myself. I remember when they first were talking about Tyler Robinson stuff, and I heard Officer Tatum and everybody who went to the court here, and they were just like, hey, I remember seeing a video, like, this is inconclusive, this is this. And once again, I know they get better information and things than we do because it's court. Mm-hmm. But when I heard that, I remember them showing, like, the blurry videos and all this other shit, and I didn't watch Candace at all at this point, but I remember thinking, like, well, I guess they caught him. I mean, it is him. But when you go back and rethink about it, you're like, wait, all that is blurry 720...
Reasonable doubt.
You know what I mean? Like
Reasonable doubt.
We're not trying to send someone to jail for the rest of their life off of vibes.
I mean, the government does.
Oh,
It
yeah.
has. There's patsies all over the place, but yeah, no, that's crazy.
You know who this was a distraction for, though?
What?
Roland fucking Martin. Recently, this distraction with Candace, I think, probably worked in his favor the most this week. Mm-hmm. Roland Martin is a political pundit for the left. He's very pro-black. Apparently, got caught in a very compromising position this
He's
week.
round.
Yeah, round, nice, dopey old black guy. He wore a shirt one time that really pisses me off to this day that says, vote like a black woman. And I'm like,
I know you do
fucking
mention that a lot.
corny. But yeah, so they said that he got caught in a compromising position with another woman that's not his wife.
Super compromising.
Shout out to
I'd say.
Tasha K. She's a gossip blogger who said that she got videos of him in a G-string.
How'd she get that?
Yeah, I mean,
So what was happening? Was there?
said he
what
was getting done in on purpose with a pretty camera setup, like
not
similar to
against
how our
his.
camera-
Oh, maybe it's one of those blackmail things, or like.
Yeah, they said that.
Or he was there because he wants to be. But
Yeah.
The video is part of the.
I just couldn't. I couldn't see myself trusting nobody like that. Like even people I deal with now, I wouldn't trust. I mean, I don't like getting my butthole played with, but if I had some sort of proclivity to those type of behaviors, I would not trust anybody like that.
Agreed to be recorded?
Bro. You're not recording me doing this shit. At least not with me in a compromising position.
Maybe he didn't know. It's a hidden camera, you know.
Nah, they
It's
said it was a setup. And then none of that, this nigga was taking pictures in G-strings, they say.
Oh, so he likes that shit.
Yeah, I mean, TJ owned. One thing I thought was pretty cool is he owned up to it.
He
said
owned up to getting paid.
Not to getting paid, that he did it, that he's being extorted, and that the pagan part. Now, if he would have owned up to the pagan part, I mean, shout out to Roland Martin. That would have been some real shit, because it's just like, it's none of my fucking business. Even us talking about it now is, I don't care about the pagan part as much as I do him being accountable for, like, it's me. Stop worried about all the other shit, like, because it's wrong. And you shouldn't expose anybody's
to
sexual
each his
behaviors.
own.
Yeah.
But the shameful part is, is that stuff is used to blackmail people to doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like, hey, I got this video of you getting duked in the ass. Do what I say. Do these things, or I'm gonna release it. And that's how people end up doing things that they wouldn't normally do.
And the real, if there's anything he did wrong, is he has a wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like his wife, if his wife isn't in the loops about these type of behaviors, that's fucked up. And that's really between him and his wife. But as far as him doing all the sexual, I don't care about that. Whoever's extorting him needs to go to jail.
Extortion is a crime.
It's a crime.
It is.
It's a
And
crime.
The CIA has been doing that to. Let me stop.
Yeah,
Extortion
we
is a
can
hell
do
of
that
a
all
crime.
fucking day. Yeah, shit. Look up the Black Panthers.
CIA extorts everybody.
But Roland, like I said, if people look at this, and this is my overall take from it, is that people are more sensationalized about him being caught in a physically compromising position with somebody else that's not his wife, instead of
But
just...
okay, so on his show, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Does he push like marital monogamy and like basically does he put on those things and then he's doing the opposite of he's
I don't
living
think so,
opposite
and
of what
I
he's-
think that's
what
why I
he
give
speaks?
him the grace. I don't think not at all. From what I've seen, he's never really grandstanding unless it's like black people shit.
So it's different if he's like talking bad about being pegged or gay people or cheating
or
on your wife and then he gets
gays
caught
or-
doing that. You
Yeah,
know what
or
I'm
anything
saying?
sexual. I've never really heard him like critique anybody. I mean, like I said, he's very harsh on white people, of course, but I've never seen anything like that. And I think that this should be the beginning of these things. We should be more talking about him being extorted, who's extorting him, why they're extorting him, how much time this person's going to get for extorting him.
Yeah.
Because him standing up saying it was me, I mean, he's got to eat. You know the type of conversation he got to have with his wife now? I mean, shit. That's more than enough. I don't need to know what type of shit he was getting into. I don't even think she cares. She probably mad why she ain't doing it to him.
She was like, wait a minute, I've been begging you to peg you. Now you got someone else.
Yo, I've
You know what I'm
got the special pegging kit, and you wouldn't let me use it this weekend. Come on.
Like I bought the Ultra Deluxe Pegger 3000.
Not y'all knowing the names though.
Yo.
I just made that up. If that's a real
Oh,
device,
I hope we
please.
did.
Is it? It
I
probably
don't fucking know.
I hope not.
But no, yeah, and it's just like a small one. But I will say this: that Candace shit came right on time before I remembered it.
But I don't think the Candace would be to distract from Roland Martin. Is he that important?
I think he
To the left,
not really. I think the aesthetics still means something on the left, and being fat and a black dude balding and shit like that. Don't nobody care now. The numbers probably reach out a lot more because he is very useful as far as like communicating certain things about the left and the Democratic Party and their fuck ups.
So in the very least, does he lose credibility as a commentator, political commentator?
I don't think people care enough. I think he lays low for about a month or two.
Comes back, nothing
Comes back.
happens,
I mean,
nobody
once again,
cares.
the midterms are coming here, and for people who don't know, the political scene is going to die down a lot because things are going to change. Like the
Chris
Democrats.
Brown is back. You know, he beat Rihanna. He got canceled, and he's back better.
Let's
than
not say
ever.
beat Rihanna, beat women. Like,
okay, yeah.
Like it was just several different women with the same story. He gets mad, he beats women. Shout out to Chris Brown.
That's horrible.
That's real shit. But once again, you're right. Everybody's career bounced back. I mean, people are begging to get kissed.
Who is somebody in politics or celebritydom that has not come back from a scandal? I'm sure there's
They're
some.
not?
Yeah, like they disappeared.
Kevin Spacey, Louis C.K.
Yeah. Pee Wee Herman, he was gone.
Pee Wee Herman, he just wasn't popular. Like, I mean, and that wasn't because he was jerking off.
James Franco probably.
Wow,
Franco's gone.
He's gone. He's trying to make some sort of YouTube.
Yeah.
I see him from time to time. And that's a funny motherfucker, man. And once again, I don't know how I'd take it, but I'm not going to say this, but their particular James Franco and his homeboys' position, if you're telling me in 2015, 2020, you're out here hunting for 17-year-olds, but shit, there's a lot. Jerry Seinfeld dated a whole 17-year-old in front of our fucking face in the early 90s.
Yeah.
You can't, all you fuckers are weird, sick fucks.
Facts.
Like, I mean, you're not saying one's better than the other. I mean, you do your
But
dirt.
one was, over time, things are tolerated more or less.
Britney Spears had a movie in the early 2000s where she had just turned 18, and the whole premise of the movie was, "Oh, you're 18, you're legal. Look at the Hit Me Baby One More Time and tell me who that is made for."
You wouldn't make that today. Those type of videos wouldn't be made today. You know what I'm saying?
No,
It
and
shouldn't happen.
and like I said, hold people accountable, but you're all Hollywood fuck ups. No one gives a fuck about your stupid shit. You're all weirdos who bang 17-year-olds. There was a whole group of guys called the Pussy Posse
Wow.
in Hollywood.
I didn't know that.
You look, Google who's in the Pussy Posse.
Ooh.
Yeah,
What were their criteria for popping pussy?
they got pussy.
Of all ages?
I don't know
No
what ages.
discrimination?
There was several guys in the Pussy Posse. I think one of them's in jail now.
Is this Leonardo DiCaprio?
Leonardo
Brad Pitt?
DiCaprio. I don't think it was Brad Pitt. It's
Ben
Leo.
Affleck?
No, it's Leo. I know for a fact Leo.
Hold on, allegedly.
Tobey Maguire.
Allegedly.
Tobey Maguire. Topher Grace, I think, was one of them. What's your boy's name?
I heard about this.
The really smart one that fucked his twin up from that 70s show. Not the rapist.
Kutcher?
Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher.
Okay, I can see them in a pussy posse.
Yeah, me too. I mean, like you said, early 2000s, but once again, like, James Franco, he's one. Damn, that's bad, because he was on fire.
Yeah,
and
he's
even
gone.
his brother was doing pretty good for a while.
He's gone. Who else? Who was another celebrity that just died?
Canceled, never came back. Canceled
They
and
say
never.
David Blaine was a
David Blaine?
David Blaine?
The magician?
members and associates. He's on the list.
He's on the pussy posse?
I could see that. I could see it. David Blaine, like,
On the pussy posse?
hell yeah, you see them tricks he does? It's fucking crazy.
He doing magic tricks with the pussy?
Hell yeah. Magic tricks to the pussy is crazy.
He making it float in the air and shit and fucking in the
You got
sky?
black people running around the lobby of a hotel because he's fucking bitches. He fuck a bitch and she just ends up downstairs. Oh. Who else? Who else we got on the pussy posse?
David Blaine don't put him. He didn't seem like the type. At least from his shows,
Nah, I
he
mean,
seems
he
like
looks like it. He
he
looks
just
like
seems
it.
like a wizard.
Well,
like,
you think most of these people are weird socially already? So throwing
damn,
pussy, like, once
you heard it
find-
here first. Oh, I guess if you didn't know,
it's
David
true.
Blaine's in the Pussy Posse.
Yeah,
I never heard that shit in my life. I never would have thought.
Hey, was that Masterson dude on that Pussy Posse list? That's the one that was raping bitches on that from that 70s thing.
Yeah. He was crazy.
See, I don't consider that canceling though. That's just going to fucking jail. Who got canceled and came back from the worst?
Mystical.
Oh no,
Well,
no,
he
no.
went to jail too.
He's a rapist. I wouldn't even say that's not even canceling. That's being held accountable.
Yeah.
You rape him. You go to jail for rape one time, you could probably have an argument. But you going to jail 3 times?
Yeah.
Bitch, you got a problem. He said one time he was high. Yeah. He rightfully got canceled. But who got canceled and came back? You were surprised about?
That I was surprised. Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You know
that
whole
narrative. They still keep trying to flip that.
Yeah, and that they went really hard on him, Pauls, in the '90s with with all that shit. But he came back, and he's people still love him or whatever.
The narrative is now that he was trying to save kids.
Yes.
Even though there was
and I believe I lean into that, and I believe it.
I think they missed so much about that case that people don't talk about. They found a binder in his house full of kid porn. I mean,
really?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with that where they pick and choose what to use to kind of maybe keep that estate alive. But I mean, I don't know if he did stuff or not, but there's still a lot of circumstantial evidence that people act like didn't happen.
Oh yeah, I think Diddy's gonna make a comeback. I don't.
Oh
think,
yeah, he's going to church.
I don't think Diddy's gone. He's still in his shit, but I think when he comes out and he comes back, he's gonna do his shit and dance and prance or whatever. Then
I think Usher's probably the biggest one recently.
He came back. Where he came back from?
Remember they were saying he had herpes. He was giving bitches and niggas herpes, and he finally, y'all don't remember this?
I do, but he wasn't canceled.
No, they were trying to say he gave people herpes, and then what they were the way I remember it was we didn't know he was bisexual or gay or whatnot, but where did this gay dude get herpes and have the right to sue you and you pay him?
Oh yeah.
So it was like we not knowing he's gay or bisexual or something like that.
Yeah,
but for
yeah,
him to for the herpes rumor to be swirling around and bitches are actively begging to kiss this man on stage right now.
Oh.
Which
I would say the Usher situation is like the Stephon Diggs situation. They're not trying to cancel him.
yeah, that's true. Because I think maybe if you recognize that he's somewhat of the victim, like this is his information. Even if he had herpes, it's none of your fucking business.
Right.
And who are you to expose my sexuality? Stephon Diggs is kind of wild because that just worked for him way too long.
Yeah. I don't think R. Kelly's coming back.
Oh no!
I don't think R. Kelly can come back.
I think that's a whole different level. I think once you start talking about legality part of it, because they'll never say this. The city of Chicago should be ashamed of themselves for R. Kelly as well. Mm-hmm. You ever hear some of the stories about that? Like he used to hang out in front of the McDonald's, the school knew he was picking bitches up.
Ooh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
It got gross there for a while because it's like, oh, so all y'all niggas is in on him fucking 14-year-olds? Like
That's crazy.
And then like
To Catch a Predator is crazy.
when you go back and watch that interview, he's like, I just have a big heart and I'm helping people. Yeah, and getting your dick sucked by a 14-year-old in the process. Like, what do we?
I remember when that dude asked him, "Do you like teenagers?" And he's like, when you say teenagers, how old we talking?"
Anybody ever watching this and you need to know the answer to do you like fucking teenagers? The answer is no. Brandon, put it right here. Put it right here one good time. Where am I looking? No. Do you fuck teenagers? Do you like teenagers? No. If you do, no. The answer is, what the fuck, man? That was the wild.
Well, he needed to clarify the age, the cutoff, right?
There is no, the cutoff is I don't like teenagers. What is wrong with the world? And that's, once again, this is why we shouldn't pay people this much money without a certain level of intellect, because you are just getting, he was looking for a pardon too.
From Trump? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And once again, this is what I always, like, this is where I hit my hot take for real. Jay-Z, it's hard for me to believe Jay-Z with a lot of stuff like this. You dated Foxy Brown when she was young. Mm-hmm. Once again, and we don't say anything about that.
Well, I think Aaliyah was legal by then.
Legal, but if I'm in my mid-20s, I'm not. Yeah. Your wife, let's say we touch on that age thing. And I'm not saying you have an affinity, but then they put you towards the Epstein certain situation. We ignore that. Nah. It's hard for me to look past something. Then you were hanging out with R. Kelly?
Yeah, no. Jay's time and day is coming.
You think so?
Yeah. There's already been, so this is how they did Diddy, right? There was a lot of talk and a lot of rumor and conjecture online. We're already past that point with Jay, right? He already has the rumors. He already has the little bubbling of all the stuff. I think soon, in the next few years or whatever, it's gonna just like how Cassie dropped on Diddy with the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Somebody may have the bravery or the lawyer team or whatever to do that, and Jay's gonna have the same downfall. I think.
So?
Yeah.
I think
He's powerful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's been delaying it and he's been fighting it off successfully. But I think at a certain point it's like you can't win them all.
I think that's the end of hip hop at that point. I think if Jay-Z and the way that the sales for hip hop are going right now, I really do think that would be the end.
This is all allegedly.
It is all allegedly. Please don't sue me, Rock Nation.
Allegedly.
But I will say, like, I don't know. I don't have that much faith in it. I think Diddy was pretty much, I hate to say it like this, I think between Cassie's greed and somebody wanting that information, whatever information Diddy had, they had to get out of it. Because people forget Lex Wessner was, like, the head of Sony, was on that original case as a co-defendant, or somebody else was getting in trouble with it, and no one has said anything about that. And then, as I think someone told Diddy, just shut the fuck up, lay low for a while, you'll get out. Well, what about my money? You'll get out of jail, be happy with that. Because, I mean, what was he on jail for? What was the RICO case for?
I forget.
Yeah, and why is Cassie not a part of some of this? Is this rape? Like, is it sex?
Well, yeah,
prostitution?
He did. I feel like he did prey on her when he brought her in the industry.
Whose fault is it you're not smart enough to know that you're being preyed on by a rich person?
Yeah, but what do they call it? What do the Tates call it?
Grooming?
The fucking lover boy method or whatever. Who the fuck knows?
Man, throwing money. Stop being money hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think. She was dating somebody who was a millionaire to go dating a gym trainer who she left her man for, which, I mean, apparently so. You're being in an abusive relationship. You have to go. But you go from having access to a man that has millions of dollars and limited resources to a man that's making $30,000 to $50,000 a year. You're moved. People don't talk about this. They moved back in with their mother. His mother. They extorted him again. She went and did a freak off again while she was married with this man. I don't understand American legal systems when it gets like this, because you're really not explaining to me why he's in jail and why she's not.
We would have to look at what he got charged with or convicted of.
Because you're trying to convince me that it's a RICO case. He's there by himself.
Maybe Diddy is a Tyler Robinson. Maybe, he's a freak. He's gay, bisexual, whatever. He likes buying buttloads of baby oil.
Watching your girl getting destroyed, like
pegging or whatever, and he pissed the wrong person off.
Licking cum off of niggas.
And now he's in jail for that. I don't know.
Yeah. But he'll definitely come back. I see him starting a congregation or just being with his family. I mean, him just being with his family alone, because out of anything, this also looked like a humiliation ritual.
A lot of that shit going around.
Like, I just want all your personal, because I want your kids to know that you lick cum off of dudes. Why? What do I need to know that for? Like, why does that need to be public? I can't see all the Tyler Robinson case of something that seems very sketchy, but for some reason I get a reenactment of Diddy licking cum off another man, of a woman.
And the raid finding buttloads and gallons of baby oil in a basement. You know what I'm saying?
But we don't find videos of the people that he supposedly was extorting.
Oh, he definitely got. Yeah, they grabbed that. The raid was about getting control of that. Yeah. That Roland Martin video could have came from that. Could have came from Diddy's house.
That's true too. And them free calls, man. Just think about. I know we going down memory
Matter of fact,
lane
I'm
with
pretty
this
sure.
shit.
Yeah.
How are you dealing with you going to a Diddy party? We don't know shit from shit. Well, how you handling it?
If I'm going to a Diddy party?
Yeah, it's 2010. We've all three of us been invited to a Diddy party. What you doing?
I mean, this is if I don't know no better, I'd go because I just don't know shit.
Yeah, I'm going.
It depends on what information you have.
Yeah.
What I know today, I'm not going to a Diddy
no.
party.
We're talking about you don't know anything. No,
in 2010, we was doing music. We'd be there.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna go there, but it depends on who I'm with. That's number one. So if y'all wasn't going, I'm not going.
Yeah.
Second off, I don't like gay shit. So if there's a whole bunch of dicks around, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like
URL, we would have went.
Yeah, we would have.
We would have been excited to be in the area around celebrities, around all of them. But I'm sure if we saw some shit like that, we'd probably be out.
Yeah, if I would have saw coke, I've left parties because I've seen coke.
Yeah.
I've walked in on someone fucking and turned around before. But if I saw like there's a legitimate hour for fucking, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
If I see
don't like
a bunch
anybody
of girls, and I could say this even from my mindset back then, if I seen a bunch of drug girls around, obviously drug, that's like, bro, what the fuck is happening? Like you could get drugged.
If
As
I
a
c-
dude, you could drink a drink. Next thing you know, Diddy's in your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even want to be in that environment. But we would have accepted the invitation. We would have been there. We would have seen for
I think
ourselves.
we would have been told to before. If you would have told me before,
Hopefully.
if someone would have been like, "Yo, be careful when you go to Diddy's
Yeah,
house," and
that
don't
would have
do
been
that.
nice.
I would have
You
been.
know, but you
Like,
don't
it seems like everybody kind of had that. And somebody brought this point to me about Diddy before too. Don't nobody just make up these type of rumors. Like you might have one. Like someone says, "Oh, you're gay," you know, and that one person might think that because of what they saw. You
Yeah.
telling me everybody thinks that you out here snapping and clapping cheeks, man? Like.
It's official at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be some more to it.
I would have went, and then I probably would have found somebody like Childish Gambino and talked him to death, and then like, or if I found like a baddie I wanted to talk to, and then she was showing interest. But I don't like sharing. I don't like weird shit. If y'all still would have stayed, like somehow y'all would have caught me at the Airbnb with somebody. That'd probably be about the most. I'm not for that shit. And also like, I've met some celebrities. I mean, they mid.
Yeah, they're people.
They
They put on their
people.
pants. They take shits. They fart. You know
I
what
heard
I'm
somebody
saying?
say
They're not
one
that
time
special.
like your favorite creative might be a weirdo, and I get it because like you're
don't meet your
rich,
heroes.
you're smart, you're never like some of these social environments. Remember when LeBron was doing some interview and he was explaining how like when he was 19, I didn't know how to go to the club. I don't know how to, and I'm 19. I'm like, bitch, what do you mean you don't know how to go to a club? And that right there is socially. He's an athlete.
Awkward,
And
yeah.
there's socially awkward people. I heard one time about another popular rapper from DC, and he's kind of like that. And I can get it. Like you might be the best rapper in the world, but socially, I mean, I could run circles around you.
It's a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So I don't know. The
Yeah.
cancel culture, I'm happy is done, but like I do think like people coming back from it is. I don't think it's. I think it's normal. I think you're not supposed to be popular like that forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Diddy, anybody. I think you're meant to go out to the pasture, and once you start not relinquishing some of those things, they start putting bad shit out about you, so you quit yourself. Like think about somebody who's been in public eye popular
Michael
for longer
Jackson.
than 20 years.
Michael Jackson, Madonna.
Madonna.
There's a few A-listers that have been
Yeah.
famous most of their life.
Let's move it up some. Let's say post 95. Because I don't think they do shit like that anymore. I don't think they have like these
Like
celebrities that-
someone who became
like
famous
Bieber,
after
like how
95?
Bieber was and stuff like that. I don't think we'll make Biebers like that again.
Yeah, after 95, like someone who's like, I mean, yeah. They usually have like a 5 to 6 year
Yeah, fizzle out. And it's kind of like rock music.
facts. I got people on the Instagram now also saying that we are secret Trump haters and LGBTQ because we agree with Candace. So kill that noise. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
That's,
I mean, we're in
that's
an active war about the tranny shit right now, ain't we?
We've been there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
shit.
we secret LGBTQ.
You want to do the WNBA stuff? I feel like we can.
We could touch on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's-
So yeah,
let's do
WNBA,
Go ahead.
bro. They should let those two dudes play for the
Fuck yeah.
WNBA. Let every
Run the whole story. Run the
all
story. Run
the-
this from the beginning.
So recently, I don't know the players' names, but the WNBA is opening the league to trans women, right? Because they're women. Trans women are women.
Trans women are women.
And so immediately after this announcement, we had two, I think, retired players. I don't know their name. Two retired NBA male
I think
players.
one of them played for in Europe. I
Yeah.
think.
Putting in their bid, basically saying, hey, I want to play for the WNBA. I'm a trans woman. And of course, this started controversy. The WNBA was put into a conundrum, so to speak, to either allow them or to define what a woman is so they can allow them to play or not, or to be, put in their bid or apply or whatever the case is. To this day, I think we're still waiting on the official definition of what a woman is from the WNBA.
Yeah, they went and they did a hyper meeting this weekend about
Yeah.
it. So the two players from the former NBA players are Ernest Cantor Freedom and dope ass name, and Royce White. Let's pull up the stats of Ernest
And
Cantor
if
first.
trans women are women, bro, let them apply.
Oh fuck!
I think anybody who is a former NBA player, even a current NBA player, if you want to make that transition, I support your transition to the WNBA. I think the league should support trans women and let them play.
I think we need to have rational people in this fucking world. I don't understand like how there's not an adult like, yo, shut the fuck up. No, we're not letting transgenders in here. If you care that much, and like I said, I do agree that would be cool sports-wise, like just on a goofy side, but I know what this is going to lead to, and it's this. Because you should have one tranny on each team.
Juwanna Man.
Have one.
Juwanna Man was a documentary.
This nigga is 6'10", 200. What the fuck? What is the
Let him
largest?
play. I want to see him play.
Largest.
He's gonna dominate. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. She's gonna dominate the entire field, or whatever court. It's not a field. She's gonna dominate the court, and I can't wait to see the stats.
Hold on. I want to see the largest NBA player. Okay. Phew. The largest NBA player, WNBA player, is 7'2", and it's a female.
Oh, okay.
The other dude, he's 6'10". Whoa, he's not that far behind.
You mean she?
She,
Yeah,
yeah.
she.
But
Don't get the pronouns wrong.
This is what they get. This is what women get. This is why men and women exist together, because I can sit
Real quick, not women, because you got what's her name, Sophie. Dang, what was her name?
Sophie.
She's binary?
She's actually no,
No.
she's the player that came out and said that she's against it.
Oh, the blonde chick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's not women,
Oh, well,
just the liberals.
liberals. Whoever is making the decisions for these women in the league who don't want this, you need to be punched in the neck. Sorry about the violence thing, but seriously,
Straight to violence.
who's the protected women? Like, why am I, a black dude in Virginia, screaming and hollering? That's not fucking fair. You should be screaming and hollering. No, what are you doing? If you want a fucking league, trannies, get a fucking league.
It should be the TNBA.
And then they're going to do all this just to say that they can't.
Sophie Cunningham.
Sophie Cunningham, yeah, she's riding the wave because
WNBA stands for Women's National Basketball Association, right?
yeah,
What the fuck are we doing?
trying
This
to
is
make
crazy
money.
town.
Trying to make money.
So, okay, we all know they don't make money, right? No one's buying the tickets. They keep talking about, NBA subsidizes them and they don't sell tickets and the players cry about the salaries and all this. Is this a way to, bring men in the league and then maybe the games will get better and maybe people will pay to see the trans women play?
If it did not lead to what will become a problem later on, because you're talking about high school, colleges, and things like that. If you
Make it
don't-
normal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you normalize it. But if we would just keep it like that, keep it cute for entertainment for that, like one transgender person on each team. It doesn't matter if they dress up or not.
Well, I think the issue is now they're trying to dictate what's a transgender, because these guys come out and say, I see myself as a woman, and the WNBA is essentially trying to call them trolls. So, how do you say in the future,
Who's a troll, who's
you're
not?
legit a trans,
Oh.
you're not.
What they're going to do now? I know what they're going to do. They're going to say you're going to have to be on like whatever the estrogen for like 4 years. You're
they're gonna have criteria?
They're going to have criteria, and that criteria is going to go through the window because it doesn't fucking matter. I've been a man for most of my life. Like it doesn't matter. Like, but I always stick by this. Do you got your dick or not? If you don't have your dick, shit, do whatever the fuck you want. Like seriously, if you went through the process of cut,
That's a good point, though. If you want to be a woman so bad that you go through surgeries and do that, I think that'll be a good cutoff, pun intended, to determine whether or not you're a trans woman.
That was a good one.
Right?
That was a good one. That was a good one.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree, because that's true commitment. True
Yeah.
commitment is I didn't just talk about it. I was being about it. That's why what's his name? What's the little tranny boy's name? Elliot Page. You get a little,
yeah.
You get a little. You cut your titties off. I'll give it
Yeah.
to you. Now, getting a prosthetic dick is crazy.
And it
I
don't
don't
work.
even understand why you would do that to yourself. I would. I mean, if I just don't got it, I don't have it. Now, cutting it off, splitting it in half, shoving it in your body, and
Diluting
constantly
it.
and lubing yourself every day. Fuck.
How does that work too when you got to run up and down the court causing friction? I like, isn't that gonna like
I say
affect
just,
it and shit?
I just say make it a man. Just make it when you have
Yeah.
one dude on the team. Don't even make it
Yeah.
transgender.
Okay.
One dude and you make special rules and engagement. You don't post that person up and he can't set screens. You cannot use that motherfucker to set a screen. But outside of that, I mean, y'all just looking to get
And
hurt.
on the other side, do we have any trans men wanting to play for the NBA? Like, is that a thing? Can we,
Goose egg. Seriously,
Like,
I think there was
how-
one. I think there was one person, and it was the wrestling. I think in like 2020, maybe 2019, it was a female that transitioned into the boy that wanted to wrestle, and people got it confused back then. and that motherfucker was getting his ass beat because it's a female, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And if it worked the other way around, like you said, where men who transition into women, or whichever women that transition into men, and then they are able to dominate in some regard, I would probably, you'd have more of an argument, but you don't see it.
Yeah, no.
You don't see it.
Yeah.
And just make shit simple, man. I'm not even trying to make it bigoted. I agree. Like I heard, what's his name? What's that fucking queer dude? Van Latham. Not Van Latham. He's Charlamagne's friend, but he's on.
Okay.
It's not Stars. What's the gossip shit?
Saucy Santana?
No. He did the TMZ. Remember when Kanye West was arguing with the black guy in TMZ when he said slavery is a choice? Bald-headed black.
With the dreads?
Well,
Lathan?
is that his name?
Van Lathan?
Yeah, Van Lathan. He was saying that people should shut the fuck up talking about trans people, and I'm like,
Why?
no, I can talk about whatever the fuck I want, and whether it ever affects me or not, I can still have an opinion on that shit. And I'm about sick of these niggas out here trying to constantly tell me what the fuck I can say and don't say and pay attention to, because in all actuality, if that could be a fucking problem. I have a kid.
You have a daughter.
I have a daughter.
What if she wants to compete?
I have a beautiful niece. I have a beautiful, beautiful niece. And last year, some gay kid who's just all flamboyant out got pissed off at my niece and beat up my niece. What the fuck? That's a boy. I don't give a fuck what you, and everybody's trying to convince me of using proper verbiage, and I'm not trying to be rude to the kid. Where's your father? Because you have failed this kid. Because one thing you need to, if our kid was gay, trans, or whatever, and it was originally a boy, I am telling you right now, Frank, the conversation is, don't you be out here fighting no girl. You're still a fucking boy.
Period.
You're still a fucking boy. There is no you putting your
With the
hands
T.
on somebody, and because I've seen it happen, I'm from these communities, you gas these little gay boys up and thinking, oh yeah, child, girl, and it's cute when he's at home, it's cute when he's hanging out with the homegirls, then the moment he gets off that bus and he's punching my daughter in the fucking face and everybody's thinking it's all cute, it's not fucking cute.
Oh, hell no.
You're taking shit too far, and instead of just being realistic, let them survive. Let them live. Let them be happy. Let them be a tranny all they want. But don't be coming into my normal institutions with my normal kid and then now expecting me to buy into this delusion.
Or submit to it.
Yeah, your son hit my niece.
Raps. That's
Simple.
A rap. Yeah. That's crazy.
Look at AJ. I can never see that. What's his name? AJ, Magic Johnson's son?
Yeah.
Imagine that motherfucking dog walking your fucking your daughter. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. And again, this isn't about erasing trans people or saying they don't exist.
How do you do that?
We it's just, bro, there's a WNBA, there's an NBA, there's a reason men and female sports are separate, male and female sports are separated. Our bodies are different. We have strengths and all these things. In the Olympics, we have the Olympics for females and males.
Man.
There's separated for a fucking reason.
Yo, I'm retarded, so I can go to the Special Olympics, right? I'm a little retarded. I'm Franks and Beans. So is that cool? If I'm out here clotheslining fucking Down syndrome kids, like, did you see the South Park episode?
Do you identify as having Down syndrome?
Well, I ain't gonna do that one. ADHD is considered something, right? Yeah. All of us are on the spectrum a little bit. I'm
definitely on the spectrum.
Yeah, what's that? You saw there was a South Park episode, and it's, if y'all haven't seen it, it's hilarious. It's basically Macho Man Randy Savage saying that
Yeah. Hey, he was wrestling.
Boxing the bitch out. If you haven't seen it, he's like, oh yeah, you don't believe in my face. He had his dick in a Lunator just flopping around.
Yeah, this is crazy town, guys. This is
Crazy territory.
crazy town.
And always remember, during the fall of Rome, sexual depravity was at its all-time high. The fall of Rome, sexual depravity was at an all-time high.
That's how the cookie
You
crumbles.
see footprints of, like, go to this sex place or, like, tranny stuff.
Go to Diddy's house in Rome. Orgies.
Having more,
fucking pegging.
They were having sex with men more than they were their wives and constantly going to war.
That's horrible.
Samurais did the same shit, too, so let's not just make it whites.
Yeah.
But I think that's good. I think we got it out.
Yeah. So WNBA, get your shit together. Define what a woman is, and let's get back to common sense.
Is Brittany Griner a woman, though?
I've always
She
questioned.
sounds like a dude. She's big like a dude.
I hear people saying that the WNBA has already had trans women, but by secret.
Oh,
so
yeah.
some of those players are already
Taking
trans women.
testosterone.
They're secretly boys first.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't
Is
think.
that from PBD?
I don't know. I saw Twitter tweeting about it or whatever. It could be.
I know PBD brought that question. I don't think that's.
I don't think.
You don't think the case?
I don't think so. I think you have them women that are probably transitioning, and it's an advantage to take testosterone. I think a lot of those girls take
for the hormones?
testosterone, taking hormones, and those do get
But
somewhat of
would
an
you be
advantage.
surprised
I
though?
think if there was a male-born player in the WNBA, and they weren't statistically blowing the league out of the water, I think that would have been highlighted and used.
Oh yeah, they'll be like,
as to why men can play and why it's it would still be equal.
Yeah. Why didn't they use like a lot of the hermaphrodites? Because that's what a lot of those
they're rare.
Olympic shit. Like I think that boxer that they were all up in arms with, I think that was one of them. And I think there are certain women from certain areas that are born with more testosterone than normal men, and they're naturally born women. And they use that as an advantage and put those people in sports. Like most other
I
countries,
think
when it comes
hermaphrodites is a mutation. It's such a rare mutation. It's probably like 1 in 10 million or something. I don't know.
yeah, but they still cut the whatever off and
Yeah.
cut one side and just make it.
But what do they? What is their biological? What is their cellular?
Oh, they just choose that. They don't do any.
No, I'm
testing.
saying like, okay, if you're born hermaphrodite, what is your X and Y?
Oh,
what is that?
I don't know that part. I just know if you're
Yeah.
born hermaphrodite, the parents just make a choice. Like, all right, make it a girl, cut the dick side off.
I would think even like you could test the body and see what the body identifies as. We're talking about identification, and then whatever if it's XX or XY, then cut off the.
Why don't we put that much information and time and science into that? Because other faiths, like the Jewish faith actually believes in all that, like tranny stuff. So where does that come from socially that makes it not just
That's
acceptable?
them pushing
but like,
it. This degeneration and
No,
blurring the lines, killing off traditional male-female roles. The how male and female are not equal, but we are complementary. They want to kill that divine feminine, divine masculine, which is innate in nature, right? Which is it's the yin and yang, right?
Yeah.
We come together and we complement each other.
we
and
solve
survive.
problems together.
Yeah. But when you blur those lines, do away with all that. You could be anything. These things don't exist.
You don't need that person.
It's almost a destruction of natural law, so to speak. You know what I'm
Why
saying?
would you want to go against that so bad? And I feel like the only reason you would do that is so yours can be on top. Because two men together, once again, I'm not saying homosexuality can't work, but just structurally two men being
They can't
together.
procreate. You can't create
Can't
life.
procreate. You are too familiar at times. I hate to say it like this, the AIDS epidemic at some point got really, really big because a male sex drive is crazy. You know what I mean? Compared to a female. Like,
And that's the opposite. That's how when I say complementary, and they say men are for Mars, women are from Venus or whatever. Like, and then even our own women, like we are different, but we work together to form a union. We're supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
Right, and then we create life that way, and it's like take 1 + 1 = 3, whatever the case, all the spiritual stuff. But I think the opposite of that, same sex, trans, denouncing what you're born as, and all that's part of creating chaos and going against, if you believe this, God and the universe and natural law, is to reject the natural law, reject God, reject the universe, reject source.
Man, reject the fundamentals of your community. And it's funny, a set of people have been kicked out of so many different countries, and they've saved for a lot of things, but one big thing was constantly undermining the authority of the governments. So it's like every time we say, hey, we don't do this, for some reason this group is making another group to say, hey, we should be able to do that.
Yeah, and I'm for rejecting authority in government, depending on the government and the corruption that they're doing. But when you enter rejecting natural law, that's like a whole nother level of authority. That's subjective authority. We can't change our bodies.
Yeah.
You could
And
cut
there's
shit
so many
off. You
other-
could take hormones. You could put on the clothes. But objectively, you'll always be a man no matter what you do.
Yes.
Objectively, you'll always be a woman no matter what you do.
There are so
no
many
matter how
things.
much you try to force everybody around you to participate in your delusion, it's never gonna fucking happen.
There are so many more important things to those specific individual. The trans person who has that issue, whatever trans is, that person has way more other issues involving themselves outside of just the trans issue that has not been
true.
addressed, that I think we take more consideration into.
We just ignore it.
Yeah.
Because affirming care. You say and they want to do it with children too. Or you're 5 years old, you think you're a girl? Okay, you're a girl. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, well, hold on. This kid doesn't know his multiplication yet. Can we start working on that yet? This kid doesn't know how to read yet. Hey, this kid, I saw that video this week, and this is what I always will die on this hill. The video of that black teacher who was all upset that the seniors in high school didn't know those words, but yet you want me to entertain transgenderism. Like, that's across the country that seniors in high school don't know how to spell and make cohesive sentences. In 2026, with the most extensive computer you could ever have,
everyone has
at your access. You're telling me children don't know how to make comprehensive sentences.
Yeah,
and
but
yet
instead,
you're worried about trans.
Let's affirm children who think they want to be the other gender, and let's dress them and tell them they can be whatever, you know. And then, you know, it's delusion, it's degeneracy, it's wrong.
It's just anti-American, man.
Anti-
Shout out to Maldani. Before we get out of here, I do have to say whatever the fuck you pronounce his name. I heard the stuff you're doing with the trash stuff in New York. Apparently they're trying to eliminate, like, I know how y'all love trash in the street, but they're putting these big metal bins out. So it makes it easier.
In the public?
In front of the sidewalk, so it's easier for them to collect and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, because we put the bags on the street, you know, and then the garbage man come and
the rats. You wonder where the rats and the smell come from. But they don't do that in Manhattan.
So where's he getting the money to pay for these dumpsters?
I don't know yet, but I noticed the quieter we are about the Democratic Socialists in New York, the more I do think he's doing some decent stuff. I'm not here to say what will and will not work, but I do agree that, like, some stuff does need to change, and if he can make some active change, I'm for it. But, you know, I'm not just gonna glaze him because he's saying I'm gonna give you free shit.
Yeah. We can probably touch more on that next week.
Yeah, just what I was just make sure to put that out there. I saw that and I was like, man, I gotta at least say that. But
Thanks.
anyway,
So
like, subscribe. Bye.
Like, subscribe, share all the things. loudandwrong.info/merch. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, True Social.
Engage, Rumble.
Rumble, Rumble, all the things. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
We out.
Bye.
Hold on, one second.